Donald Trump, you sorry son of a bitch. 2 bags of groceries for $46. I run into my constituents at this store every few days, and they all complain about your bullshit economy, and rightly so. You have fucked the American people, and we deserve so much more than your piece of shit Trump economics. The only thing you've ever said true is what you said yesterday. You don't give a shit about what you've done to our pocketbooks, because you don't go to the grocery store, you piece of shit. You're worthless. You're worthless. And the American people deserve so much more than this garbage. And I hope that everybody that voted for you now fucking finally figures it out, that they got scammed.
I want to show you guys something. This is why I get pissed off. Pump stops at 150. I'm not even at 3/4 of a tank. And here's the reason why. Because it's $5.50 for a gallon of freaking diesel. And y'all wonder why some of us are pissed off. Because we use our trucks to make a living. Cost that money. I don't need a single stay-at-home MAGA mom telling me I'll deal with it for a little bit longer if it just makes us better as a nation. Shut up.
$5 is 1 gallon. 1 gallon, bro. Can we get it together? Can we truly, honestly get it together?
The reason we're paying this much is because Donald Trump started a war. Someone said, how long will gas prices be high? He goes, for a little while, but it's okay. It's okay. It's worth it. Is it worth it? Tell me, is it? Donald. Oh, Donald, tell me, is it worth it? It's not.
Groceries cost more, gas costs more, and your paycheck hasn't gone up, and the government thinks we're okay with this? Inflation hit 3.8% in April. That means that you are paying 4% more on everything you buy since last year. Yet your income didn't go up $1. You're literally getting poorer every month without even losing your job. Like today, I went on a fucking drive, and I usually pay $20, okay? It costed me $20 fucking dollars to get there. $35 fucking dollars. $35 fucking dollars I spent on fucking gas to get up there. Wars drive up oil drives up everything, and we're the ones suffering for it while the politicians argue. So basically, they released UFO files this week. Trump is about to fly to China. Inflation is more than ever, and so is gas. What the fuck is going on?
A lot of Trump voters are waking up to a painful reality right now because we were promised cheaper groceries, lower gas prices, affordable living, and an immediate economic relief on day one. Instead, many Americans are now struggling harder than ever, because rent is crushing people. Groceries keep climbing every day. Gas prices are draining the paychecks. Now his supporters feel betrayed and even lied too. But this is what they voted for, right? Let's have a look.
I don't think about Americans' financial situation.
Baby, y'all got played again. America, you were told who Donald Trump was before he ran for president the first time. And you saw it before he became president this time. And somehow folks still lined up like it was Black Friday at Walmart and handed him the keys to do it again. And now look around. Gas prices are higher than giraffe knees. Groceries expensive enough to need a cosigner. Folks out here choosing between eggs and electricity. This man looks straight in the camera and says, well, I don't worry about Americans' financial struggles. What? You need to understand it was never a slip up. He was being honest. Too many of y'all thought y'all was part of the team. No, you were the equipment. And I keep telling y'all, every token eventually gets spent. Every single one of them. America was built to protect money first and people second. And as long as y'all keep fighting harder for billionaires than you fight for yourself, the squeeze on regular people is going to just keep getting tighter and tighter.
Analysts are warning us that the price of gasoline is about to skyrocket to over $7 per gallon nationwide. So on Monday, the last shipment of oil came through the Strait of Hormuz. This is before we started the war with Iran. Analysts are warning that by June 1st, The national average for gas, not localized, this is the national average for gasoline in the United States, is going to be topping $7 per gallon. This is mind-blowing. This is going to cripple so many people, so many families. Do you understand the impact, the domino effect that this is going to have on all consumers, on groceries, on gas, on any goods that we need to purchase? On top of gas prices just skyrocketing, it's going to cause a domino effect across the entire board. And the problem is not too many people are discussing this right now because we're so focused on what's going on right now this week with all the news and all the media. But June is only a couple of weeks away. There's no more gas coming into the US. Reports were just released. And analysts are saying that this $7 per gallon is not something that they're assuming is going to happen. They're saying that this is going to happen. I mean, could you imagine living in California or somewhere on the West Coast where gas prices generally are more expensive? Your gas is going to cost you $10, $11, $12 per gallon. I mean, gas prices have never surged as quickly as they have in the last month, with a national average of over $2.50 per gallon increase already. It's going to double from what it is right now. Please share this out. Get the word out. This isn't to fearmonger once again. This is to get my American citizens. We are the people. We are supposed to know this stuff. Educate yourselves. Prepare yourselves now.
I'm extremely frustrated with the MAGAs because they don't seem to understand. Fox News is only feeding you what you want to hear about Trump. The fact is, it is an entertainment network and they will not tell you the news. They will not tell you everything bad that's happening. You need to watch real news. And what's currently happening right now is that the world is in a state of crisis. We are in a state of emergency. Australia hardly has no gas. We have truckers that are stranded out there with no fuel. Philippines has declared a state of emergency. In fact, they are shutting down buildings that they don't need, right? And basically rationing the gas. In some of the European nations, they have 1 to 2 weeks left of fuel. Here in America, it is anticipated that we're really going to see it at the end of May and absolutely by July 4th, just in time for America's 250th fucking anniversary that was absolutely destroyed by a fucking orange twat. I am so fucking mad right now. Now, I know that it's very hard for the MAGAs to comprehend what comes down the fucking line if there's no fuel. I know that they're not able to comprehend how not having fuel means that you're not going to have food in the grocery stores and other items, that people are not able to go to work. How are we going to visit our loved ones? People in the hospital, into appointments. Just a simple chore of going to the gym. Because you guys don't have the foresight, I'm not even going to go into it. I'm not going to give you any fucking clues of how to take care of yourself. But the real ones like me, they know. They know exactly what's coming down. And we're going to build our community. Fuck them.
All right, Trumpers, come and get me. Hey, listen, I've just done some a little bit of shopping. I don't shop a whole lot, but I have done some shopping here in Atlanta. And let me just go to tell you that prices of shit has went up because of Donald Trump. There's no two ways about it. I mean, listen here. I went into the mall here. I went into some golf stores because I'm a big golfer. For some of you don't know, Donald Trump has absolutely destroyed this country when it comes to the price of goods. The stuff that I used to buy for $200 and $300 is now $500 and $600 because of him, because he's destroyed this economy. Inflation has went up. Diesel prices have went up. It's out of control. But here's what I want you to notice. Look at some of these restaurants. There's nobody here. And this is a big area. There's
There's nobody here. And I think one of the biggest reasons that this situation is happening here is because of what he's done to this administration. And this is going to continue to happen over and over and over if we don't eventually get him out of office and get him completely out of the sight so we can get inflation down. Inflation is what's killing this country, and it's going to continue to kill it. There's a lot of this construction has even stopped around here because of they can't afford it. They can't afford the diesel prices. They can't afford any of this stuff, and it's just continuing to drive this country down. And it's really sad. This is supposed to be one of the greatest countries that's out there. Like, people come here to thrive, and we're actually drowning.
Donald Trump promised Americans that he would lower inflation prices day one. What? But instead, Americans say Donald Trump owns inflation. 77% of the American public now say Donald Trump is the reason that we have higher inflation in the United States. What? 77% of the people in the United States are saying that we have high inflation due to Donald Trump. Yes, they're blaming Donald Trump. That's included MAGA, baby. Some of y'all believe in this too. 23% of you don't, but that's part of MAGA's believing that. Also, 5 of the worst polls ever, the lowest polls ever for blaming for inflation. Donald Trump owns all 5. Not even Jimmy Carter or Joe Biden. All 5 are blaming Donald Trump. Reuters Ipsos says only 21% of Americans believe that Donald Trump is doing a good job with the economy and inflation, while the Washington Post shows 76% of the people there disapprove of how Donald Trump is handling inflation. Donald Trump promised us he would bring it down, and he's done anything but bring it down. His tariffs, his Iran war, gas prices are out of control. And guys, we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg. The worst of that is coming. Groceries, rent, gas, food, everything is up and out of control, and it's only going to get worse. And we can thank Donald Trump for this.
Look, I wasn't going to mess around like I did last time and let my tank get to zero, get empty. I was on a half a tank. I needed 16 gallons. As you can see, I got 16 gallons or 16.277 gallons. That shit cost me $110.50. And that was on half a gallon. I only had half. I let my tank get half. I did not go to empty. And yes, I use 91. I have to use 91 in my car. But that's still ridiculous. A half a tank of gas still cost me $110. So when I told you guys I filled up, and that shit was ridiculous. I'm in California, and these gas taxes, somebody gonna have to do something about this. I understand we are at war, but gas was high anyway. Like I said, you got to be a gangster to live here in California and roll your car and get back and forth to where you want to go. Because at $110 for a half a tank of gas, it's what you gonna do? You guys see it right there at 91. I use 91 because I have to. Yes, I do have a beater, but I'm just showing you on this particular car, with half a tank of gas, I spent $110.50.
So it has just been revealed that Trump has exploded the national debt. It is the largest it has ever been in history. And I don't mean just the number. I mean, our national debt is now larger than the entire U.S. economy. That's disturbing. If Democrats don't take back power in November and rein Trump in from looting the federal government, it will be 100 years before we recover from this. Trump has been liquidating the Federal Reserve. He has been giving money to his friends and his children through government contracts, through unlimited expense accounts so they can buy planes and go on vacations. The head of the FBI, Secretary of Transportation, they're just going on personal trips all over. Not to mention the fact that many of the cuts that will affect everyday people are going into effect after the midterms. He has destroyed this economy. I cannot tell you how important it is that we take back power in November. He's just using the Federal Reserve as his own personal piggy bank. I mean, he's bankrupt every business he's ever owned. What did people think he was going to do?
Millions of Americans are financially exhausted. They are tired, stressed, and angry. And for Trump supporters, the frustration is even worse because the life they were promised never arrived. Everything now feels so expensive. People are working full-time jobs and still struggling to pay rent. Parents can't afford groceries. Seniors are choosing between medication and food. Veterans are struggling to survive after serving their country. And single mothers are carrying impossible burdens while costs keep rising. And what makes people even angrier is hearing the president dismiss those struggles or shift attention somewhere else while ordinary Americans are barely hanging on financially. When Trump says he's more focused on stopping Iran from getting nuclear weapons than on Americans' economic pain, that statement hits hard because Americans are desperate for leaders who understand the pressure crushing every household right now. A family sitting at the kitchen table, trying to decide whether to pay rent or to buy groceries, does not want speeches. They want relief. A truck driver, watching gas prices eat into his paycheck, wants solutions. A factory worker terrified of layoffs wants stability. Parents who can afford healthcare for their kids want help. Americans want leadership that feels connected to their daily reality. And this is where many MAGA voters, they feel emotionally conflicted. Some spent years defending Trump no matter what happened. They argued with family members, lost friendships, posted online every day, attended rallies, bought merchandise, and truly believed he was fighting for the forgotten Americans, but now it feels like they were fooled because they trusted promises that never materialized. The truth is that elections have consequences. Policies do matter. Leadership matters. Words matters. When politicians make huge promises to struggling people, voters expect results. They expect their lives to improve, not to get harder. And if those things don't happen, people are going to feel betrayed, regardless of party. What's happening right now should be a lesson for every American. People cannot afford to vote based only on anger, slogans, or culture war drama while ignoring economic realities. Because at the end of the day, people need leaders who are focused on lowering costs, protecting healthcare, strengthening wages, creating stable jobs, and helping working families survive. Because while politicians and wealthy elites will always be okay, ordinary people are the ones forced to live with the consequences. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.